Hey guys, it's Hayes with CheatSheetPros.com. Today is Monday, February 23rd, 2026. We got a 3-game NBA slate, so I wanted to do a quick video and show these NBA tip sheets that I've been sharing on our premium side for everyone who doesn't really know what they are. So this is what it looks like. So typically, I try to do these as many days as possible, usually 5 days, 6 days a week I can do. Sometimes if I've got my kids and we have a bunch of competitive soccer games, I might take a day off. But anyways, I try to get some plays out there off the cheat sheet to help you guys out. This is what I posted for the 3 games today. I posted it for everybody, and I also do that on Thursdays in our free Facebook group. But I posted on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook chat, the website. So I put it just about everywhere. So this is a look. If the plays are going to be between minus 300, minus 500, and we're looking at comboing 3 or 4 of them, I'm going to put them in the safer column. The riskier with better odds, these are going to be even money to about minus 250, sometimes minus 280. I'll drop in this column. Basically, 3 of those are even money, 2 to 3 depending on the lines. And then if I get anything that's well over plus money that I like, I drop it over here. And then I give you a little note, kind of what I see or anything I'm worried about, if there's a blowout risk, etc., etc. So I'm going to walk you through this process, take a look at the sheet, and we're going to go ahead and take a look. So as always, when you open up the NBA cheat sheet that is updated and posted daily, we're going to go in here. Let me change the view real quick and shrink this down so you can see it a little bit more. We're going to go to 88. Yeah, that's going to be decent. I want to keep it big enough you guys can see it on the screen. So flipping down through here, we're going to start with the Detroit game. Now you can see Detroit here, -1, 231 total. So close game, big total, we like that. Memphis -4 versus Sacramento, 233.5. Close game, big total, we like that. Houston -14. Now you got to worry about blowout risk because Vegas has that as a huge spread, total of 228. So that's probably the least favorite game. So when you're looking at these, you want to find these big totals, 231, 233.5, and close games. So they're going to go back and forth because you're going to get the most minutes out of your studs and then start mixing and matching. So these purple plays, these are the ones that I really love. The green are the ones that I like, and also bet I kind of mix and match just depending on what happens throughout the day. But I try to post this early so you guys can take a look at it on everything. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this Detroit game. So some of the plays I like, Wembanyama, 8 rebounds. Duncan Robinson, 8 points or 10 PRA. Tobias Harris, 4 rebounds. And Cade Cunningham, 8 assists. And then we've got Fox going in there. Dylan Harper, he popped on the prop sheet. Karis LeVert, I didn't see any lines on him. But the sheet pulled in 6+ points, Duncan 15 PRA, etc., etc. So you can mix and match these depending on your book. If you're playing prize picks, what you like. I kind of put over here what I'm looking at that I see on the sheet. But when you pull up the cheat sheet over here, you see when you click inside this home box, a caret drop down comes up and you can pick all of the home teams. And then it will populate and fill the games for you. So Cade Cunningham, we can see here, he's got some red hit rates over the last 5. His assist, though, is one of the things that's most consistent. When I'm looking at this, 13, 13, 9, 7, 7, 8, 10, 12, 11, 7. So he doesn't have less than 7 assists in a game, and we can get 8+ or 9+. So his floor is 7, and then his ceiling, is about 13. We know he can go way higher than that, but if we're taking a line that's 8 or 9, that looks pretty solid. Big total, close game, so I don't worry about him playing less minutes. He's playing consistent minutes, and everybody knows he's one of the big contributors on the team. 3-point made, 1.5. I just noticed that. Look at his last 4 games, 3, 5, 6, 2. That's definitely something you can also look at. And then also his rebounds, 5.5, 9, 8, 7, 9, 5, 8. So he's consistently pulling about 5 boards a game down. However, with Wemby in the middle, that's probably going to be pretty hard to do, so I would stay away from that one. And these little numbers over here, these are the DVP for the other team for that stat. So, for example, rebounds, you can see the Spurs are 8th in rebounding, so they don't give up a ton of rebounds to the other team. They're 8th in points allowed, so it's red. It is a tougher matchup, but again, this is going to be a close game. Tobias Harris jumped out there on me, and his rebounds we can see here is red, 83% over the last 5 is 5.5. And we can get, 4+, 5+, and look at this, 6, 10, 12, 5, 6, 6. So he's on a little bit of a streak here doing good. And what I like about him is he's playing about 30 minutes a game. So 30, 32, 31, 35, 26, 34. Prior to this, he only had 20 minutes, but, he's on a good little streak right now, and he's taking a bunch of shots, so that's good. I stayed away from his points prop, though. It is pretty low. I mean, you can get 10 plus, but 4 of 16 doesn't really excite me. 4 of 11, he's not getting the best shots. Thompson, his assists jump out. We kind of look at this. Red 71%, 8, 4, 4, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3. So 2 plus, 3 plus assist. You could put that in there if you like him. He was just so far down the list, I didn't get into it. Jalen Duren, he's always a rebound guy, 10.5. I mean, look at these. He does have a low floor if he doesn't play very minutes. So here we can see that we're getting beat. He only played 13 minutes. Here he only played 20 minutes. But if he gets near 30 minutes, 10 to 13 rebounds is pretty much what he's going to do consistently. So his rebound prop is always in play. They're going to need him in the middle with Wemby down there. So those two will be battling for rebounds. So Duncan Robinson is another guy that jumps out. You can see we've got red hit rates across the board. So that's something you want to look at. And then when we have red on both of these columns, we call that a red-red play. So his PRA is red-red. And we can see here his PRA line is 14.5. So this means you can usually get 10 plus or 12 plus points, rebounds, and assists on different various sites. And depending on your level, some books pull them away, but like 22, 10, 18, 25, 15, 24, 25, 12, 19. I mean, he's pretty much putting up 15 PRA. I mean, he's got that in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of the last 7 games. And this game he didn't get, which I'm sure they were up enough and they didn't really need him. But that's one that I also do like. Karis LeVert at 6.5 points kind of shocked me. 7, 8, 9, 5, 8, 7, 4. I mean, he's not taking very many shots. He's only playing 18 to 22 minutes. But 6.5 points, you can get 6 plus. That's kind of a fun line if you want to take some low lines for some back end plays. Again, I would look at that more in like a blowout game. A closer game is going to be a little bit more difficult. And then coming back up the other side, Steven Castle was a big assist play for us forever, which we can see here, 6, 9, 4, 6, 12, 7. But then he recently has fell off these last 3 games, 4, 4, and 3. So with a line of 5.5, we're going to skip over that one. Dylan Harper, we can see here, we've got some red plays. We've got red across the board, points, rebounds, and assists. So when you see that, usually his PRA is the best way to go because that means he's easily exceeding all 3 of his lines. Now, if you see something like if this one's blue or not good, then look at his points and rebound number combined, and we can get a better alt line there. So Dylan Harper, PRA 19.5. 15.5 was priced really well, I believe. Dylan Harper, 8 plus, 10 plus points. And then, I didn't have his PRA listed on there. But his PRA of 15, look at 22, 19, 27, 24, 20, 16, 26, 23, 23. So 15 plus PRA is good. If you want to go points, you can get 8 plus and 10 plus priced really well. And I mean, each of the last 5 games, he's got over 10 points. His PRA is a little bit more fun, though, because it gives you some flexibility. Vassell, I'm going to stay away from him. Fox, we have 1 red here. That is his assist. And if you look across here, it is fairly consistent, which if you imagine Fox, the point guard, he dishes it off to Wemby down the middle. Wemby goes in, dunks, makes a layup. His assist should be cake. So he's got 5, 8, 8, 6, 5, 7, 10, 10, 7, and 8. So that's pretty solid for the most part. I mean, he doesn't have less than 5 in any of his last 10 games. Let me slide that over there a bit for you. And his line's only 5.5. So 5.5, he's averaging 6.4 over the last 5, 7.4 over the last 10. And if you got 5 plus, it's on a 10-0 run. 6 plus is on a 9-1 run. And then if we go 7, I mean, then, you start to go down a little bit, but definitely good. Wemby, right here, we see the red. This is the first play we want to look at. We already know that that's rebounds because this guy is ginormous. 15, 11, 9, 12, 11, 11, 14, 8, 8, 16. So the dude's pulling down massive rebounds. The 8 here was against Orlando, which is a tougher rebounding team. Charlotte, he only had 8 there. I don't know why. They're awful. Golden State, he had 9. His number's 10.5, but you can get 8 plus and 9 plus priced really well. And look at that. If you go 8 plus, you're on a 10-0 run. He has no less than 8 rebounds in any of the last 10 games. And then if you go 9 plus, it's 8-2. But I mean, consistent. He's 11 to 15, consistently. So we like his rebounding prop. And if you mix these, you take Fox assist and then something with Wemby. I mean, those are pretty good shots right there. So I had mixed Wemby rebounds. I can't remember if I did 8 or 9. I threw Fox assist in there. 4 plus assist. It's pricey. I think it's like minus 600, but that's like what I consider almost a lock play. And usually if I can find those and they're 650 and I can get 5 of them together, I can usually get even money. That's something that I will hammer. Flipping down, Duncan Robinson, I like putting him on there. The 10 PRA, that's nearly a lock play I'd put in there. Tobias Harris, 4 rebounds. That's a fun one. Cade Cunningham, 8 assists. But you could do Cunningham assist. You could do Wemby rebounds. Mix and match, whatever you want. Coming down here, let's look at the Memphis-Sacramento game. Ty Jerome, 12 points. G.G. Jackson, 10 points. I mean, both of these teams are absolutely awful. I think I saw Sacramento's lost 16 straight games, but the total's 233.5, so there's probably going to be no defense. Cam Spencer, 4 plus assists. He's just consistent. We can see here 5, 10, 9, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. So 4 to 5 in every single game is a floor, and he gets up around 9 or 10 when he's in there. Now, the 2 plays that I really do like are Jalen Wells, 2 threes, and Malik Monk, 2 threes. I prefer Monk if you're just doing one of them, but if you want one on each side for teams that aren't going to play defense, 2 and 2, these are both minus 175, so you can put just these 2 together and get plus money. And Monk, 3 of them pays 156, and that's solid. The 2 plus feels too easy. He's got 3, 3, 6, and 2 in the last 4 games, and then the opponent is 27th in perimeter defense. So that's a plus. He's got a good DVP shot, a high total, no defense, and he's consistently hitting about 2 a game. So I like 2 plus, 3 plus. He's hit it in 3 straight games, and it's plus money. So we only need to hit that 35 to 40% of the time to be profitable. Keegan Murray, 12 points, 15 points isn't bad. Again, that game's a shit show. It's going to be basically just a lot of points, no defense. They're probably going to be moving at a pretty fast rate. 2 things to look at there. And then down here at the bottom, one of the other games we've got to worry about the blowout risk is Houston and Utah. Kevin Durant, he's scoring almost 20 points every single game, so I like that. 25 points I do like, but the blowout risk worries me, but it is priced really well. So if you want to back Durant, I would probably do that with a Houston win. He could get his 25 points right off the bat and not play the 4th quarter. And 30 PRA, that's pretty consistent. We rode that one like, I think, 12 straight games earlier in the year and hit every single one of them. Jabari, 20 plus points and rebounds, is priced really well. And look at this, 25, 22, 28, 23, 32, 24 over the last 6. He is absolutely crushing this. And even in a blowout, he should get enough minutes to get 20 points and rebounds. Ace Bailey was someone that popped on the prop sheet. 10 plus points, I love that. He's put up 20, 15, 13, and 16 over the last 4. And then his rebounds has been solid. So if you want to go 15 points and rebounds, he's gone 20 points, 6 rebounds, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 16 points, 8 rebounds. DVP is a little bit tougher, but that's a solid option. And then Markkanen looks like he is going to play tonight, but definitely check on that. Right now, he's projected at a 23 PRA. He's not playing as many minutes as he did earlier in the season, but you can get 20 plus PRA or 20 plus points and rebounds. The 20 plus PRA is juiced a little bit more than just points, rebounds. He doesn't really do much in assist, so I don't mind doing the points and rebounds. But look at this, 29, 26, 35, 24, 32, 40, and 23. So his PRA is freaking solid. Like, that's his floor for minimum minutes, so I do like that one. And then this guy jumped. He was the top play if you sort by hit rate over the last, I think, 7 games on the DK prop tab. So Isaiah Collier, 15 PRA. That is one I'd consider near a lock. I do like the 20 PRA. He's averaging 29.8 over the last 10 games, and his lowest mark in the last 10 is 19 points, rebounds, and assists. So 15 is just too easy. So if you want to put that in there with some of these other plays that you like, I consider that one darn near a lock. It is a little pricey though, but 20 is pretty solid. His floor right now over the last 10 games, like we said, is 19, so 20 is priced well, so we can go that route as well. But anyways, keep your eye out. I do post these for free for everybody on Thursdays in our free Facebook group. I'll put the link in the description. And usually one other day a week. Like today's Monday, didn't have a lot going for work yet, so I went ahead and wrote one up, posted it for everybody to show you what you're doing. And if you do want to join us, we are probably one of the cheapest places around. 16 bucks a month, it ends up being like 50 cents a day. And if you do a 3 months, it ends up being like 44 cents a day. I mean, it's super cheap. And again, we do NBA cheat sheets, golf cheat sheets. We're going to have an MLB cheat sheet coming up soon. And yeah, so give us a try and watch the video and go make some money. Thanks, guys.